All right, guys, welcome to our wholeness masterclass for this week. I'm really excited. If you missed last week, it is pinned at the top of this feed. And it is, and that was when I shared about my top tips for how to believe that you're enough now and how to actually be in that energy. Just to recap off of that, one of the things that I really want to say, guys, when it comes to loving you, and what's up, Julie? What's up, everybody? As you come in, please say who you are and please say where you're from and what brought you to wholeness. Who you are, where you're from, what brought you to wholeness. I realize we're doing this a little bit earlier today. So I do have to say, my life is kind of all over. So as much as I love to stick to different schedules, I try to be as on top of it as possible. Heather, what is going on, my love? Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Say where you're from, why you're here, and I hope you're excited for today's video. So guys, I'm Melissa Kathryn. I am the owner and founder of Wholeness and the creator of this group. I've been doing this work for 14 years, which is crazy. And I am an intuitive. I just had the pleasure of speaking at the biohacking World Conference this past weekend and was asked to do 2 breakout panels, one on foods for fertility and supporting with pregnancy, whether doing IVF, IUI, pregnancy later in life, and then also just pregnancy in general. And the other one that I was asked to do on was hacking weight loss. And the other one I was asked to do on was around aging and anti-aging. And so I really want to share with you some of my top tips, as no one ever thinks that I'm my age. And I want to share with you exactly what I do and things that you can do too to support with aging backwards, because our lifespan has actually scientifically been proven that we should be in the space where our bodies are actually created to live well into our hundreds. And that we can actually do that very vibrantly and radiantly, but it starts with the way that we treat our bodies. Going back really quick, we have master classes that started last week, and we'll be running one a week. If I'm not able to do one, I will let you know due to travel or anything else. You guys get to run the show on what I talk about. So you guys all voted on today's topic. Last week, we talked about how to believe that you are enough exactly as you are and how to really live into that energy. There's something that I want to share that's really important with that I just want to use to kick this off. So for those of you that are new to me in this space, by the way, I am a holistic nutritionist. I do have a background in fitness. I specialize in the psychology of self-sabotage in food and our emotional connections with food. I also am a globally recognized body intuitive, master hypnotherapist, and master life coach. I specialize again in also reprogramming the subconscious mind. That's really where I geek out. So I really love it because 95% of the actions that we take are driven through our subconscious mind. And speaking into loving yourself, guys, the one thing that I am going to say is you get to a space in your evolution with yourself where you transcend that of your weight, right? Like one of the things that I teach and if you are here for the love of your body and wanting to release weight, if there's any parts of you that first brought you here as this group has evolved in time, I really want you to know that there is a space that you do get to where you know that you are so much more than this body. And although vanity is a real thing, and vanity is a beautiful driver to get you going, right? Wanting to look good naked, wanting to feel good naked, wanting to just look good in general. We're talking about anti-aging today. I also want you to know that, vanity is beautiful, but also understanding that your beauty far reaches beyond that of your weight. And when you start to really go, I know that I'm so much more than my weight. I know that I'm so much more than these alternative things that our society and our culture, my family says need to define me, the money, the notoriety, that I'm incredible because I'm me. And I get the gift of this life to experience myself in all of my entirety. And I'm incredible. And anyone who gets to know me is blessed by that. And when you start loving yourself so much that you never allow yourself to say anything unkind to you because you're so protective and so in love with who you are, and but so protective of you, that's what our higher self is. That's unconditional love. And that's what we evolve to, and that's what wholeness is. You know, and it's when you're just like, I would never even allow or permit any part of me to reject me because I deserve so much more, right? So in that note, let's talk some anti-aging. So get your notebooks, let's get ready, and let's talk about this. So guys, everything starts with your body. Your body is your temple, your body is your vessel. What you put into it is exactly what you're gonna see on your face, how you treat it. So let's first break this down. Let's first talk about food. I subscribe to something called clean eating. Clean eating is eating foods in their whole natural state, closest to their natural state. Why? Because I don't want a bunch of chemicals and sugar, and I want to know what I'm putting into my body. I don't have things that live in boxes or bags. If it dies, if it's not in a refrigerator, then that's usually what I'm putting into my body, right? Like it's either fruits, it's vegetables, and it's, you know, I eat seafood and things of that nature, but it needs to live in a refrigerated state, and it has an expiration date. Write that down. It needs to live in a refrigerated state, and it has an expiration date. That's one. Food is either medicine or poison. What you ingest is what you see on your body. So we're going to break this down into 3 different categories. We're going to talk about foods, we're going to talk about supplements, and then we're going to talk about fitness. And the 4th is going to be actual like anti-aging things that you can do in your skincare regime. I'm going to talk fast, so definitely watch the replay if you need it. But I have a podcast interview in 30 minutes, so I have to go. Okay. And also I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch hour-long videos, so I'm trying to keep it concise, but I am a wealth of knowledge, so use me. Okay, so let's talk about foods. Foods for anti-aging are going to be foods high in omega fats. The anti-aging, we're talking not just aging backwards in the way that we look, but also aging backwards in our brain, mentally. So what are things that we want to do? What are foods that are good for you? We're going to look at avocados, salmon, olive oil, right? And I mean good olive oil, not stuff that you're getting that you got on sale somewhere. Invest in good olive oil that's not rancid in any way. And make sure that you're not cooking with the olive oil where it actually ends up turning almost toxic. Not almost toxic, it turns toxic in the body. We don't want to cook with olive oil. And so you really, really want to use other things to support in cooking at higher smoke points. So things like that would be like a walnut oil, if you will, or an avocado oil. Avocados, things, omega-3 fatty acids, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flaxseed, flax oil. These are all good, but guys, also fats are fats. I understand healthy fats, and there's this whole craze with healthy fats and keto. Yeah, I mean, you've seen my video. I did a whole video just where it starts off saying keto sucks. So, I mean, to each his own. I'm not pushing any diets. I don't believe in diets. But what I am going to say is this. Measure your fats. Know how much fat you're putting into your body, especially if you're wanting to release weight, if you have a fatty liver, if you're looking to do a hormone reset, if you haven't been able to release weight, if you're aging and you're noticing you're accumulating belly fat. These are things that are really, really important. Maybe next week I should do one on hacking weight loss. So I really, if you guys want that, put yes below. So what I want to tell you is we really want to have good, healthy fats. Omega-3 fatty acids Having things of that nature are going to support in proper brain health. That's going to support in keeping your brain strong and keeping your brain young. I always tell people, if there is one supplement to take, make it an omega. My favorite omega of all time is Ultimate Omega by Nordic Naturals. You know if omega-3s are proper and good. Do not skimp on getting omegas. Don't buy cheap ones. They put filler in them. You know if there's filler in them because if you put them in your freezer, they will freeze. So my favorite, like I said, is Ultimate Omega by Nordic Naturals. And just pay the little bit extra to have good, high quality. Go wild with your seafood and make sure that any oils that you have are up to date. You don't want things outdated. That's really, really important for anti-aging. Also, guys, oils are great to use on your face, by the way. Really, really good. Even putting a little olive oil on your face, coconut oil on your face, face oils, things to even washing your face with those. We'll get into skincare at the end. Right now we're focusing on foods for anti-aging, then we'll go into supplements, and then we'll go and we're going to do food, we're going to do supplements, then we're going to do fitness, and then we're going to do mindset, okay? So foods. Other things that are really, really wonderful for anti-aging properties, guys, if it's green, put it in your body. Chlorophyll. Putting chlorophyll in your water is a lovely thing. It doesn't even taste like anything, but it's really, really good. And they even have mint flavored chlorophyll. Put that in your water and drink that. Lemon in your water in the morning helps to detoxify your body, helps to eliminate waste in the body. Anytime we're clearing out junk, think about taking the trash out. What do you have? It's clean. Right? You cleanse the palate. What are we working with then? Then you've got a clean vessel. Your body is comprised 73% of water. The more water you drink, the better off you're going to be. Drink water, replace your coffee, replace alcohol, replace, and I know everyone's going to go, but wine. Yes, wine is fine here and there, but I also want you guys to know this, guys. Alcohol is poison. It is poison for the body. Now, does this mean that I don't drink? No, I have cocktails here and there. I don't drink a lot. I'm quite a lightweight. I'm very, very clean. So it's like I had a glass of red wine and I sipped a tequila shot that was given to me. I was teaching everybody how to properly drink tequila. That was all the speakers that spoke this past weekend at the biohacking conference that I spoke at. And by the way, it was really awesome. I was teaching everybody how to properly drink tequila because I was just living abroad. And then I had one. I thought I wanted to die the next day. So my body is not used to that. But I just say this about alcohol. Really understand that alcohol ages you and it degrades the mind. Another thing that I really, really want you to understand when it comes to food and aging, sugar is going to make you look significantly older in your skin. It dehydrates the skin, it ages the skin, and it literally degrades the brain. It degrades the brain. There's a great book called Grain Brain. And there's another one, Grain Brain is great because people don't really think about this, but guys, grains are sugar. And so when I talk about carbohydrates and I say have a carbohydrate rich diet, I'm talking about vegetables and I'm talking about certain fruits. And I love fruit. I mean, I'm not saying that, but you know, there's definitely certain fruits that are more beneficial, especially for the brain, like blueberries, raspberries, blackberries are the #1 fruit that you can have for anti-aging. Blackberries, the antioxidant profile, blueberries, raspberries, all of these are high in fiber, they're low in sugar, and they're high in antioxidants. And the antioxidants are going to support in keeping your skin young as well. Avocados are beautiful. Avocados in your hair, avocado on your skin, avocado masks. I have different do-it-yourself, I have a whole free gift on do-it-yourself masks that you can make at home to put on your face and in your hair. I could post that, remind me guys, because I'm going to forget some of these things because I didn't have that in my notes to talk about. But these are important things. And so really, really looking at fruits. Grapefruit is wonderful for your skin. It's wonderful for detoxification of the body. It's wonderful for cutting fat. And why it's important to want to stay at a healthy weight is because it's easier on your joints. It's easier on your bones. We are animals by nature. We don't want to carry around excess weight. So as animals by nature, our bodies are always wanting to guide us to our healthiest weight. So removing sugars, not being on so many stimulants, too much caffeine. Guys, I cannot stress enough how wonderful teas are and how medicinal they are for ginger, for soothing your stomach, for helping with anti-aging, with helping with reduce inflammation. See, inflammation is what creates disease, and inflammation is what creates weight, and inflammation is what degrades the brain, and inflammation is what ages us. So the more we can have an anti-inflammatory diet, i.e. subscribe to the Mediterranean diet, which is rich in healthy fats, seeds, nuts, not keto, but in moderate amounts of healthy fat, nuts and seeds, coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, walnut oil, fish, salmon, halibut, tilapia, lean proteins, eggs, kale, spinach, greens, vegetables, tomatoes, peppers, and and seeds, and it's not so driven by legumes. And why I share that with you is that there's certain things that certain legumes can be quite challenging on the digestive tract. And it's not that legumes are bad, but some people are more sensitive to them due to the lectin profiling in them. So a Mediterranean diet, healthy fats, moderate amount, and really, really eating whole foods closest to their natural state, and eating foods that are rich in their antioxidant profiling is going to be highly supportive. Going richer with matcha tea, green tea, black tea, ginger tea. Really, again, going into the arena of how can we use food as medicine and to support us in the things that we want. Eggs for our brain health. That's going to be so supportive. Apples are high in fiber, and again, very, very supportive for the body. So moving on, let's talk about supplementation. Supplements that are great for all women. I would always say take a prenatal. I don't care if you want to have babies or not. Prenatals are great, and they're added and boost in vitamins. Vitamin D3 with K2 is proven to support in brain health. Most people are deficient in D3. This is also, you'll know if you're deficient, often our hair starts to fall out or even thin. You'll notice because you will have difficulties with focus and with your energy. Same thing with B vitamins. I would really look at your B complex and looking to support yourself in your bone health, taking such supplements as Bone Up. And I'm going to also talk about fitness to do to age backwards as well. And then the other one that I would say is magnesium. Most women are deficient in magnesium after the age of 30. Magnesium is great to boost immunity. It supports in morning eliminations and keeping yourself regular, and it also helps the body to sleep at night. This is a simple batch of a few supplements that are really going to support your body. The next thing that I want to talk about is fitness for really, really aging backwards, and the things that I'm going to tell you to do to keep the mind sharp. The more that you can do classes, the more that you can do functional training where you are switching up and keeping your mind guessing and highly engaged and keeping the body guessing, the better. So one day go for, go and do Tai Chi, go and do a yoga class, go and do a weight training class. Now, here's what I love about weights. So one, I just identified functional training, which means mixing it up daily, or weekly. Mixing it up so that you're not always doing the same thing, so that your mind doesn't just go numb. It has to work to keep up. Doing classes where there's choreography is going to be really, really great. Mind-body activities like Pilates, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong are going to be great for mind, body, soul, spirit connection, calming the body and keeping the body in a low stress state while connecting with your breath to reinvigorate and learn how to optimize and oxidize the health from within. Other things I want to tell you that are going to be really, really beautiful and really, really helpful is going to be weight training. Weight training, no matter what, is going to be great for your knees. It's going to keep your bones strong. Our bones get weaker as we age. We also lose bone density. Weight training is actually going to keep your bones stronger and support in the growth of the bones and keeping them strong and steady without allowing for them to go through the rather aggressive decline in their structure. This is also going to keep you agile and flexible, and it's going to keep lean muscle on and really, really support you in keeping a strong physique where you are able to really, really do anything. And that's why I love and teach functional training in all of my programs and everything that I teach with my clients and when I put together things for other people. So functional training is optimal for the body for aging backwards and also for keeping a tight and toned physique, but also keeping your brain very, very sharp. Right? Again, you're keeping the body guessing. This way, I train functionally. You can catch me on a surfboard. You can catch me in hip hop class. You can catch me in yoga, Pilates, walking, hiking. Put me on anything, and I have the endurance and the stamina and the ability, whether I've ever done it before or not, to hold my own because I'm working on that. Great things to do when you're doing weight training is also to do things where you're doing compound exercises or stabilizing and balancing exercises where you're doing things that are on, 1 foot and things of that nature, so that again, you're keeping the body guessing, but you're also strengthening those parts within you. Now, another thing that I would say is the more we can move daily, the better. One of my favorite exercises that I say for everybody to do are actually, there's 3. I would say it would be the push-up, the plank, and a squat. Push-up, plank, and squat. If you do only 3 exercises to keep your body fit and toned, that's what I would say to do. The plank is going to tone your core and tone your body all over along with your back. And then I would add a 4th of the Superman. And getting down on the ground and lifting one arm with the alternate leg from the back to really keep the back strong as well. A squat, when you do a proper squat, that will always keep your knees strong. So even if you have bad knees, if you can get yourself to start off with 30 and then move up to 50 and then move up to 100 squats a day and just do it. When we do that in my Ultimate Queens group, that was a part of one of our challenges. And it was so interesting to see what the women did and how they overcame it, where they broke it up to doing 10 at different times in the day, to add it up to be 100. Others broke it up into 20, 20, and 20. But at first they were like, I can't do these at all. And by the end, their body felt stronger. Their knees felt stronger, especially those that had knee issues or back pain. So that's really, really lovely. Now, the other thing, let's move. So far we've covered what foods to eat. Then we covered what supplements to take. Then we covered what fitness to do. And then we covered, what we're going to cover is, fitness. We did that. And now we're going to move into mindset. So the mindset for aging backwards is, guys, I don't pay attention to age whatsoever. In Christian Science, they don't celebrate birthdays. If anybody listens to the School of Greatness with Lewis Howes, Lewis was, raised without birthdays. Age in our culture it's really, really sad because you go to other cultures and they are praised. The older you get, the more praise you get, the more respect you get. In our culture, it's almost like, well, just retire and stop using your brain. I love what I do. I have no intentions of retiring. I'll just keep morphing and doing other things. I mean, so, it's all a mindset. This concept that at one age you should just fall apart. No one wants to live past 100 because they all assume that they're going to have a cane and no one's going to respect them and they're kind of useless. So if we start to shift that and shift that in your consciousness, you know, women are having babies later and later. People are finding their partners later and later. People are getting their soul's purpose or just getting started in their dream career later and later. So, you know, we're meant to live a really long, vibrant life, but it all starts up here with what you believe to be your reality. So see yourself living a long, vibrant life. See yourself and ask yourself, don't say, everybody kind of does this, I'm generalizing here, but when you ask people like, oh, well, at what time do you plan to retire? You know, it's like this planned out life of like, I will be married by 30. I will have kids at this age. I will then do this. I will then do this. I will then do this. And then I plan to retire at 60. And then I don't know because I'll probably die by 80. You know, it's like, what? What are we planning for? Plan to live a long life and notice where you've already limited yourself. Because if I said to you, actually, I tapped in intuitively and I don't get that you're going to die until you're 120. Well, that would actually really change the relationship that you're in, right? Especially if you're thinking, oh, well, I don't have to be with this partner much longer. Or, oh my God, I just met this person. I really wish I met them earlier. You'd be going, oh, well, we have a lot of time together, right? It changes perspective. Really, really look at yourself and the way that you're relating to your age. Are you always saying, oh my God, I'm getting older and it sucks and my body hurts? Are you putting all your energy and attention on what's not working, on how aging isn't fun? Is it all that you talk about? I hear people and all they talk about is, oh yeah, now my back hurts. Oh my God, my knee hurts. Oh, I'm losing my hair. Oh, the signs of aging. I hate aging. Well, I don't want to do that. Oh my God, this. Instead, look at where can you sit there and really shift the way that you view and talk about you. I tell everybody I'm aging backwards. You know what? All I hear from people is you're aging backwards. Why? Because I say it all the time. It's not like I tell people and people like start to live into what you say. Right? I mean, it's not like rocket science here. You know what I mean? But start saying what you want to be your reality. Your words are your one. They create for you or against you. What are you saying? Now let's talk about topically what we're doing to care for our skin. As I said, you are what you eat, right? You are what you eat. Are you drinking your water? Are you taking care of you? Are you getting enough sleep? Sleep is hands down number one, which we should have started there. But sleep, lifestyle, things of that nature, right? So sleep, I mean, the more sleep, the better. That is when your body is rejuvenating itself. That's when it's eliminating waste, detoxifying. That's when you are aging backwards. So you really want to pay attention what you're using on your skin. Hands down, if you're not using a Retin-A, I would definitely say go get a Retin-A. If you're going to use one thing, get a Retin-A. And no, it doesn't matter how young you are. I would start there. Retin-A is lovely. I love a gua sha. A gua sha is, there's this great woman on Instagram. She started something called Skin Gym. If you're ever wondering if your passion could turn into something that could make you money, who would have ever thought that people would have a gym membership to massage their skin? But she does, and she's very, very successful at it, and it's amazing. And I love seeing other women pursue their passions and build an empire from it. And that's what she did. Gua sha, it's I wish I had mine with me. It's like mine's a rose quartz stone, and they have different shapes to them, and I use it to massage my face. And massaging your face, you can see that it adds blood flow just like anything else, and you will look younger. And the more you do it, it can decrease your fine lines, tighten the skin, and support in producing collagen. Other things that I would say is make sure that you have that you are always using sunscreen. My favorite sunscreen for anti-aging, one, if it's good enough for a baby, it's good enough for me. I use baby sunscreen. The only sunscreen that actually works to block the sun is a mineral sunscreen. It is not Neutrogena. My own dermatologist said, to be honest, it says dermatology backed because the FDA, we get all of our funding from you know, Neutrogena to keep our offices open. But to be honest with you, no, that is not the best sunscreen. A sunscreen is a mineral sunscreen. And I agree with her 1000%. You should not get sunspots if you have the proper sunscreen on. My favorite sunscreen that I use, that I have on right now, because I live in Florida, and before this I was in Mexico, and I'm always in like a sunny place, or California, is Sun Better by Skin Science is my absolute favorite. It's like $70. It's tinted. It lasts a long time. It's a pump. It is mineral. It's incredible. And it's got a little tint to it. So I never even use anything else on my skin. Like I don't use foundation. That's what I use. And I absolutely love it. I also use by Sunbum, the baby organic mineral sunscreen. Again, if it's good enough for a baby, that's what I use, because again, if they're going to put it on a baby, that's exactly what I want on my skin. And that's the same sunscreen that I use for my entire body, and I put it on every day. Sunscreen is number one. Hands down, stay out of the sun. If you're going to be in the sun, get a wide-brimmed hat, have your sunglasses, you know, wear protective layers, but take it seriously, because the sun will age you right away. Next, what I'm going to tell you, we talked about Retin-A. Get a prescription, or there's incredible products that you can get that have Retin-A in them, and also all natural. My favorite all natural skin brand company is Eminence Organic. You can literally eat their things. I love all of their stuff. And they have an all natural Retin-A as well. Vitamin C, and then a hyaluronic acid. So you wash your face, then you put on your vitamin C, then you put on your hyaluronic acid, and then you put on your sunscreen or your moisturizer, and then your sunscreen, depending on your skin. And you know, you can use, again, the same around the eye. It depends, but having a nighttime routine, really getting the dirt off your skin at night. And then again, a hyaluronic acid, and then, you know, whatever you use, if you do a night oil, a night cream, and put it all around your neck and on your chest. And when you guys do your sunscreen, make sure you do your hands. Your hands are very important, and they tell your age right away, as does your neck and your chest. The other thing that I'm going to tell you for anti-aging, really, guys, the more you exfoliate your entire body and your skin, the better. The more you exfoliate, the better. Get a good exfoliator and exfoliate your skin a minimum of 2 days a week. And I'm talking, and the same for your body. I do an exfoliant on my skin, I would say at least 4 times a week. And then afterwards, I'd put a nice, a beautiful moisturizer or even just oil right on my skin and let that soak it in. Moisture is what keeps you young. Oily skin generally looks younger than drier skin, but it's really, really important to slough off the dead skin and really keep your skin baby soft and super fresh. One of my favorite things to do too is called dermaplaning. You can go to a spa or dermatologist, an esthetician, and dermaplaning is when they will take off the top layer of skin. It's like, it looks like a little razor, and they take off the fine hairs, but it also takes off the top layer of dead skin. And they do it, there's no red face, there's nothing like, oh my God, I'm peeling. Like, no, it's beautiful. And then when you apply your skincare routine, it soaks in so much better because it's taken that off. And that's a beautiful thing to do. And that's a great thing to do every, anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 weeks. So these are my top tips for aging backwards. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Any questions you have for me, post below. And I will see you in next week's masterclass. And as you will see me, I post in here my daily reels. And let me know anything else that you want to hear from me. I love you all, and I hope you enjoyed today's masterclass on aging backwards holistically. All my love, guys.